The Minnesota Timberwolves rising star Anthony Edwards is back in the NBA's disciplinary spotlight, and this time, it's costing him another $50,000. After the Timberwolves' tough Game 1 loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder in the Western Conference Finals, Edwards took to the post-game microphone, clearly frustrated. While addressing reporters, the 22-year-old guard didn't hold back. "I definitely gotta shoot more," Edwards said, before dropping the line that likely got the NBA's attention. "I only took 13 fucking shots." That single sentence cost him $50,000. The league's punishment was handed down the next day by NBA President of League Operations Byron Spruill, making it clear that the NBA is continuing to enforce its media conduct policy with little leniency, especially in the high-stakes atmosphere of the postseason. This latest fine marks Edwards' 9th of the season, bringing his total financial penalties to a staggering $420,000. It's a pattern that raises eyebrows, not just for the price tag, but for the growing narrative surrounding one of the league's most electric young talents. A star with swagger and a short fuse. Anthony Edwards isn't just one of the most exciting players in the NBA, he's also one of the most outspoken. Nicknamed Ant by fans and teammates alike, Edwards has built a reputation as a fierce competitor with a killer instinct and a tendency to speak from the heart. Filters be damned. But the very edge that makes him such a captivating on-court presence is starting to clash with the league's expectations off it. This isn't Edwards' first brush with controversy in the playoffs. Just a few weeks earlier, during Minnesota's heated first-round series against the Los Angeles Lakers, Edwards was slapped with another $50,000 fine for what the NBA described as an obscene gesture and vulgar language, directed at a heckling fan in the stands. That incident, captured by TV cameras and replayed endlessly on social media, sparked conversations about the emotional toll of playoff intensity and whether the NBA is doing enough to allow players to be human in high-pressure moments. Even before that, during the regular season, Edwards served a one-game suspension after racking up his 16th technical foul, which triggers an automatic ban under NBA rules. For a player in just his 4th season, it's a disciplinary rap sheet that's beginning to raise questions about maturity, leadership, and long-term professionalism. Game 1. Frustration. Boils over. Game 1 against the Thunder wasn't just a loss. It was a gut punch. The Timberwolves, who many pegged as dark horse contenders to come out of the West, looked flat, disjointed, and uncharacteristically passive. For Edwards, who thrives on rhythm, intensity, and getting buckets in bunches, it was a nightmare. He finished with just 19 points on 13 shots, a far cry from the dominant performances he put up in earlier playoff rounds. That context makes his post-game frustration more understandable, even if it wasn't exactly polished. Edwards' comment wasn't a tirade or a meltdown. It was a simple, brutally honest self-assessment laced with a word that plenty of players have used behind closed doors. The problem? This wasn't behind closed doors. It was on camera, on record, and on brand for a league that's always trying to maintain its family-friendly image. Still, fans and analysts alike are divided on the punishment. Was the fine excessive? Was it warranted? And more importantly, will it change anything? Walking the line between real and reckless. There's a reason fans love Anthony Edwards. He's authentic. He's passionate. And he wears his heart on his sleeve in a league that often feels corporate and sanitized. When he speaks, it's raw and real, sometimes too real for the league's liking. But with great charisma comes great responsibility. At just 22, Edwards is already the face of the Timberwolves franchise and one of the central figures in the NBA's next generation of stars. That spotlight brings pressure, scrutiny, and a level of accountability that not all young players are ready for. Edwards' talent is undeniable. He's averaging nearly 30 points per game in the postseason, dazzling with his athleticism and shot-making, but the NBA is clearly signaling that it expects more than just buckets. It wants composure. It wants professionalism, and it wants its stars to lead by example, not just on the court, but in every post-game press conference and every mic'd-up moment. The concern now isn't whether Edwards can perform under pressure. It's whether he can channel his fire into leadership without letting it boil over. Can the Wolves rebound without another meltdown? With Game 2 set for Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. CT in Oklahoma City's raucous Paycom Center, all eyes will be on Edwards, not just for how he plays, but how he carries himself. The Timberwolves trail 0-1 in the series and are staring down a potential two-game hole if they don't respond fast.